We out alone today. Going on a quick walk. Just gonna talk about some things, you know what I'm saying? You can see me this time. Wow. You probably know this, but whenever I do these, I tend to do them when... Hold on. Outside across the street, I had to focus on doing it for a time. Couldn't really talk about it. Anyway, I tend to do these when I am basically just having something to say. Let me get away from these cars real quick, though. It's quite the morning. Well, I'm without the pups this time. That's good. I'm not even out late, but it gets kind of dark earlier on. Either way, I'm not out with the pup this time, but I just wanted to be alone for the moment. It's kind of the vibes I was in, so that's what we're doing. And it's cold, so walking right now is going to be good. You know, I was so annoyed. This is going to be kind of going around the point of this video is why I'm talking about it. But it's also just a thing I want to talk about. I'm like annoyed that I grow like a unibrow, like naturally, like over time. I just grow it. It comes back quick. Like there's different things. Like my fingernails grow quick, but also like my unibrow grows so quick, and then I have hair growing too quick as well on different places. But either way, like I always want to get rid of it, but I can't always do that. Like I want to, but sometimes I just can't. I want to be able to, but I just can't. And it can be kind of annoying sometimes because I want to be able to essentially not have it, but it's just there. I can't get rid of it because I don't know where my razor is. This is a stupid reason, but there's this thing, like I don't know where the razor is. so I can't cut it. I have to go find it first. I looked in plenty of places, I couldn't find it, but anyway, the point is, I was first feeling kind of annoyed at that, but over time I'm like, over time I just don't care. I did care a lot until I didn't. Kind of just how it goes. And yes, it's this theme of like don't care about what, you know, the reason why I decided to make these videos is because I just have something on my mind at that time. No matter, maybe an event happened, or maybe I'm just in that state of mind, or whatever. I just have something that's on my mind. So another thing is sometimes why I do these repeat topics is because, well, that's just what's on my mind. If that's what's on my mind, that's what's on my mind. Now, this is how it goes. If that's what's on my mind. But, granted, I'm actually going back. There's like a place that had like a bench, and no one was there at the moment. There's people at other places, but not right over here. Not that I don't like to be near them, it just kind of distracts me a little bit. Yeah, that's just me. It distracts me. So that's why I get away from the cars too. It kind of distracts me. Just how it goes. But either way, I'm gonna go over there and go sit down real quick just for a little bit. It's sort of like in the dark a little bit though, but that's fine. I mean, there's one that's kind of not in the dark, but yeah, I mean, I guess I could. Thanks, I stepped in mud too. I stepped in a bunch of mud actually. I need to wash my shoe now. No way, I stepped in so much mud. Oh my. That was a big pile of mud I stepped in. It's like all on my shoe. Man, this is how these go sometimes, man. Just step in the mud, bro. That's life, you know. Like I said, that's life. That's how it goes. Ooh, there's a nice little place over here, too. Like a playground or wherever this is. There's a nice place to sit over here. Nice and chill. It is definitely interesting to think about just everything. What are you doing and why you're doing it, you know? But also the bigger thing on my mind, other than of course the mud that's now on my shoe, other than that, the biggest thing on my mind is just that feeling of protecting your peace, but also the feeling of your worth. How do you lose your worth? And after it's lost, how do you gain it? You know? There's a place over here that's a little bit better light. This is like a lamp above me. But after you lose it, how do you gain it back? You know? After you lose it, how do you gain it back? That's the two things. So first, how do you lose it? You lose it by what you do. If you're someone who constantly cares about what others think naturally, or you're someone who's so invested in things and like their outcomes, you're going to naturally lower your value. I told you this before. Again, repeat topics. When you care so much about like the world and how it works, you become weak. But when you understand that there's another aspect here, you're not supposed to just be strong like within the world suddenly, right? You're not just supposed to be like, oh, let's just be strong now. How you be strong is you get raised up by God when you are weak. That's how you do it. You're weak, He is strong. And if He is strong, and you have your faith and you have your, you could say, even just being, or just your hopes, you know, similar words. If you have those in Him, in what is strong, if you're putting your hopes into what is strong and you are weak, wouldn't that naturally mean that you are to be raised up and become strong instead of being trying to be strong on your own? When we fall and we falter and we feel bad and all this other stuff, you're going to have moments where you feel horrible. Can you be strong in different moments? Yes. You're going to literally fall flat in your face and feel hopeless within this world because of how it treats you if you do not have God. And that's just the reality of the situation. And you could say, okay, well, what about people who went through the whole life and they're perfectly fine and they had all their hope and all this different stuff? But what about that? It's like, yeah, people can do that, right? But they had their hope in something, right? Maybe their hope was in something completely different. That's perfectly fine. Maybe their hope was in their money, and that made them perfectly happy. Good for them. If they truly felt that. But I would go to say that their heart posture and internally, they didn't feel that good. But also, there's a weird thing here of you can technically feel good about bad things. So you can be someone who's a killer, you kill a bunch of people, and you never feel any remorse. You just feel good at the end of the day because you've literally, like, that's just your brain chemistry. You literally learn to like it, or you just like it. That's what you like to do, and you've become that way. You can live your whole life and never ever feel bad or repent or anything, and that's something you can always do. No one's stopping you from doing that either. And sure, you can feel okay, but then people look at this situation, they're like, okay, why is it that as a Christian, you're not going to be happy all the time? You're just going to feel sad and suffer a lot. Why is it that this person who's doing horrible things, like a killer, is so happy doing his killing things, but you, who's trying to be good, is hurting? all this is complex. That's why I can't sum it up in one video. In my mind, and my thoughts are kind of going in different directions. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. But when I'm thinking about this, I'm just thinking like, if the killer, right? If the killer is happy and you're sad, that doesn't necessarily make him better than you, or you better than him. And also doesn't, like, you're basically the same. It's like, we see it as like bad and good. Like, oh, you're bad and you're good. No, you're all bad. Like, you're all bad. You all did bad things. He killed, you probably lied before. He killed, you probably stole before. He killed, you probably hurt someone before. You could say, well, that one's worse. They're all bad. They're all bad. He might have done this horrible thing killing, which technically is like, whoa, that's crazy. But you also did bad things too. So if you want to put like, oh, he's worse than me, blah, blah, use your whatever metrics you want to use. But at the end of the day, you both did bad things. And the fact that he's happy and you're not, you think that just makes no sense. Like, why is he so happy killing people? And I'm so unhappy. I'm just doing the best I can and just getting, maybe shafted every chance that happens around me. Why do I feel so bad? And you're just so confused. Why is it like this? I'm trying. I'm doing things. I'm giving my all. I'm giving love. I'm being, what is it, like loyal, committed. I'm being like super, improving. Like, I'm trying to improve myself. I'm trying to be good to myself, right? You're doing all these things and you're like, why do I feel so unhappy? And he feels so good. It's because we have to get rid of this notion that we have to feel good all the time. We have to get rid of this notion that life was meant to be made for you to be happy. That's what we've grown up with. This idea that, and it sucks to say it, but it's just the reality of the situation. You're not supposed to just be happy all the time. And we know this deep down, but we want to convince ourselves, I just need to be happy though. Realize this. The world is literally unfair. It will never be fair. It is unfair. Which means bad people will be rewarded for their bad deeds within the world. And good will be rewarded sometimes with bad too. So bad people will be rewarded with good, and good people will be rewarded with bad. Doesn't that suck? Doesn't that suck? Why do I feel so bad? Well, here's the thing. If you were to, let's say, pick up someone and help them cross the street, and someone else were to just not pick them up, just kick them down, he might feel really, really good about himself. Maybe that person was really heavy and he didn't have to carry them anymore. He feels really good. But you feel kind of, it feels hard. Like, you really had to pick them up, you had to carry them across, and it was really hard for your back. It really hurt. But who did the better deed? It's not about how you feel. It's about what you did. It's not about whether you got such an amazing result from it. Because maybe you went across the street and you both got hit by a car before you got to the end of the street. And maybe he just got across the street, and the other person, maybe they even survived. Maybe they were on the ground, but they were still there. They didn't die. But because you helped them and did a nice deed, you still died. Maybe that's the case. Maybe when a gunman shows up, you end up, I have to leave, go cover in here, so I'm starting walking. Maybe a gunman comes up, and he starts shooting you down. And because you stood up to him, you end up dying. It happens. That's what you have to respect. Because of the world, it's how it is. And that's not a problem with God is doing. That's a problem with the world. It rewards evil. So when you are being good, you have to expect that you will not be rewarded necessarily, but you still can be rewarded in the world. Technically, you can. But it's not going to be how you think it is. It's not going to be what it seems like. It's not going to be what the opposite is like. It's not going to be how the enemy is rewarding people who are doing horrible stuff. It's going to be a different reward. It's going to be a higher reward, a spiritual reward. And you're going to get more rewards in heaven that are going to be way better than the rewards that you're getting right now anyway. That ought to be said. At the end of the day, you are someone who is going to experience these things, and you might just want to be evil at that point. Why? Why not? Why not be evil? That's the lie of the enemy. Why not you be evil then? Why not just do horrible things to people? because I can get rewarded for it. Why not just manipulate people, steal their money, and get away with it? Because you have to think deeper than that, right? People who do those things, they don't think that deep. They just think, I want this thing and I'm going to get it. That's it. That's every thought that they have in their head. You have to think, okay, I might have a horrible reward for this, but it's the deed that I did. If I stand up for myself, I might die. Yeah, definitely. But I'm going to stand up for myself. That's it. But I'm going to stand up for myself. So do that. You don't help people because it gives you something. What, do you just give to people just so they can give you things back? No. Are you a good person to people? Like you're you're helping them out, you're doing all this nice stuff, you're being a loving person. You do all this stuff. You get nothing from it, let's say. Why does it matter? What does it matter that you got something from it? Who cares? Literally, who cares? Tough, bro. Tough. So what? What did you do it for, man? Did you do it for the reward, or did you do it for the love of the game, bro? You gotta do it for the love of the game to help people because it feels good, bro, to you. And it's the right thing to do because it helps them out. If you punch someone in the face, it don't help them out. But if you give them a hug, it do. Granted, sometimes punching someone in the face does help them out. But, you know what I mean. You're trying to help people, not hurt them. And if y'all trying to hurt people, well, you'll realize what's coming to that. It's like such a weird, complex thing, but it's like, we know deep down what is good and what's bad. Even the killer knows. Right? Why do you think he's running from the police, man? Why do you think he's hiding his deeds? Why isn't he just telling everybody what he's doing? Because he knows it's wrong. He just likes what's wrong. You don't have to like what's wrong. You don't have to like hurting people. You don't have to. Let's go this way instead. You don't have to like hurting people. You can realistically like helping people. Right? And that's where protecting your peace comes in mind. You protect your peace because protecting your peace is being loving to yourself. That's where caring or caring less comes in. The other topic, not being careless. Being careless is let me just not take this person across the road, leave him on the ground. Who cares? And being caring less is like, I don't care how I'm perceived for doing this. I think I'm going to do it because I want to, and it's going to be a good thing to do. That's it. You do it for the love of the game. Good job. Good job, man. Do it for the love of the game, man. Get to it. Let's go this way. Uphill. Do it for the love of the game, man. It's good to do. It makes you feel good. And you want to love what is good. But I can't convince you if your love is bad. If your love is bad, your love is bad. That's it. I don't know what the last topic I was on. Wait, can you see me? Okay. I don't know what I was talking about. Detour. I had a detour, but anyway. What's it? Yeah, let's just continue. I'm just gonna keep talking because I have no idea what I was talking about. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, basically, I'm just trying to live in a way that is authentic. So I'm just looking around me. I like this place, by the way. I like where I'm sitting right now. I just want to like live in a way that's authentic, but also just like chill. Like you'll interact with the world and you'll realize that there's so much just weirdness in how everyone is. Like, it's not everyone, but a lot of people, like, they're in the same sense that I'm trying to help you guys get out of that weird place of just, like, they're just acting weird. Like, maybe they're just being so overly judgy or underly judgy. Maybe they have high anxiety, or maybe you have a miscommunication, or maybe this thing happened with this person, this thing happened, or maybe this job place thought you had this skill but you didn't, or maybe this customer said this thing but it was annoying, or your boss said this thing and you're like, what? I don't understand. Just people relation stuff. It is like you go on for ages about the different dynamics you could have and different situations you can have with like every single person of all time. But anyway, every single type of situation you could ever have. Anyway, that stuff happens, and it's a thing that happens and stuff, and when that stuff happens, you have to be like, hey man, we chilling, bro. We chilling, bro. Like, it's all goes along the lines of, like, you are trying to live to protect your peace, but also to be authentic, to be for you, to live for your peace, to live for keeping yourself at peace. And if you're keeping yourself at peace, you're going to be giving off peace type energy. Technically, you're going to be giving off peace type energy. So if people don't recognize your peace type energy, then that's on them, bro. If they don't get your peace type energy in their mind, they don't really recognize it, and that's on them, bro. They don't get it, then cool, bro. If they don't get it, they don't get it, man. If they don't get it, they don't get it. And it's like, you're gonna go through, like I always said this again, most of your problems in your life have to do with people. The reason why the reason why the world is fallen and unfair is because of people. The reason why you have a lot of issues in your life, maybe it's related to your finances or relationships, or maybe it's related to just different environments that you're in, or maybe it's related to infrastructure. It could be any problem you can think of. It's all based on humans. Animals don't do this to you. Other animals don't make you feel these type of ways, or make it hard for you. Animals aren't, subjugating you in any way, or they're not like restricting how much money you make. They're not like putting a price tag on your head. They're not advertising to you things that you don't need. Like, this is humans. Humans are literally the reason for all of your problems, genuinely. And that's not to say you gotta hate humans. Don't hate them, but just realize that's the reality of it. And if humans are the ones that make all the problems, you need to take it a little more lightly and a little more chill, because humans are not God. They're just humans. And if God says, hey, y'all are but dust, sure, I give you life, but you came from the dust, and your body gonna be back to the dust as well. That's how it's gonna be. You are human. You're not another animal, but you have importance placed on you that lets them, the fact that they can do these type of stuff to you anyway, make you feel different ways, and they're the source of all your problems, that is unique, and that's actually strong that humans have that capability. That shows just how strong they are, but they're not God. And once you realize that, no one's gonna really get under your skin, bro. No one's gonna get under your skin. You're gonna start having boundaries for yourself. You're gonna start taking, taking the right steps and not taking stuff for granted. You're gonna, be like happy about what you have in life. Let's start walking. You're gonna be happy about your life for once. You'll be like, and it's not even like based on what you have. You're just gonna be happy. You're just gonna be chilling. You're gonna be like, man, I'm happy. And your happiness don't come. Your happiness don't come from your circumstances. It comes from the spirit within you. It's a feeling, but it's also just a knowing. Right? Just like love. I always say this. I say it every time. I'll say it again. Love is literally not a feeling. You don't just love people or hate them because you feel like it. You choose to. That's why I will never lose love for anyone who I love, which is everyone. Which means you watching this video right now, I don't even know you, but I love you. And I can say that truthfully. And I don't care how horrible you are. Do I dislike things that you do? Or maybe I dislike hanging around you. Maybe I even dislike your personality. Maybe. But I don't hate you. And I still love you. That's insane to me. It's insane to me. It should be insane to you, but also it should be showing you just how humans are supposed to be. Look at how humans are supposed to be. Loving, patient, caring, respectful, boundary setting. They're supposed to have self-respect for even themselves. You know why you respect certain people? Because they have self-respect. They respect themselves, so you naturally have to respect them. You naturally do. You know why some people take advantage of you and don't respect you? Because you don't respect yourself. Just that simple. Simple like a pimple. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. That's just how it is. So, I'll tell you this. What you need to do is chill. Chill. You're going to go through life and there's going to be bad things that happen to you. Many of them. And bad people are going to get away with good things. That's going to happen. But I'm not going to go ahead and tell you that those bad people won't go to heaven. Because, realistically, you could do less bad things than another person, but because they have Christ, they're going to heaven. That's just how it is. You can do less bad things than someone else. They are still going. It's because of their heart posture. That's what matters. If he knows that this person loves bad things, and that he's being horrible to people, and he loves being horrible, he loves killing, and he knows that he's not repentant. He knows that he not actually like that for real. He knows that he ain't really like that. He hasn't turned from his ways. But if you even done a small bad thing and you turn from it, we good. You chose to run the opposite direction. Let's flee from sin. So you run in the opposite direction. You flee from it. Flee from it. And that's the thing. You also have to live your life with, like, a sense of knowing that you're going to make mistakes. And be okay with that. Like, man, I'm going to do something stupid for years. Like, people are afraid of that. Like, for years, like, for so many years, I did something dumb. Maybe you did something a certain way where you kept lying over and over. You did so many things and you just kept doing it. Like, oh, I'm never going to be accepted in heaven. God doesn't like me anymore. Like, it's not true. It's your heart posture, man. It's your heart posture. Do you want to be better? You're trying to improve? Do you have a good heart when you're doing stuff? Is your heart in a good place? He cares about the heart. The heart is what he cares about. Now, like I said, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt, because I am no preacher, and nor am I your life coach. I'm just a guy talking, just a dude, just a boy, just a guy, one of the guys. I'm just talking on the internet. That's it. But from how I see it, it's your heart posture, man. You gotta live with the heart posture. Don't worry about, oh, am I doing good? It's like, you're thinking of it like Santa Claus. Oh, am I gonna get coals or am I gonna get presents? No. No, that's stupid. Don't think about it like that. And he ain't worried about it like that either. You need to think, should I love someone or should I hate them? And that's your binary decision. That's why I harp on this all the time, because it's the most important thing you can do. That's why I harp on love, hate. That's why I say they're not a feeling, they're not an emotion, because that's the truth. Love and hate are not like that. That's why I harp on it all the time, because that's so important. That's what he is looking for. That's what you should be looking for. Does he hate people or does he love them? That's what you should be doing. Do I hate them or do I love them? That's it. Do I hate them or do I love them? And I mean that. That's what matters. Do I love them or do I hate them? That's important. And you need that choice to be love. And what that means for your actions is going to come from it. And like I said, loving isn't what you say, it's what you do. So when you're loving, you're going to do things that are loving. And people have different interpretations of what that means. You have to use your own discernment. And you have to choose what you are going to do. If someone else believes this thing is right, and you believe this thing is right, do the thing that you think is right. You believe this thing is right, that's cool, do your thing. It's your heart posture. Can I promise you amazing things in your life? No. Can I promise you amazing things or horrible things? No. I can't do that. That's for God to do. I can't promise you nothing. What I can say is my own experience. That's all I can say. My own experience. Loving has only been good for me. Only. It hasn't been anything else but good. It makes it so that I literally become a light when I walk around. And once I start hating, in fact, especially when I start hating myself, I become a husk, a dark spot that everyone sees and notices. And they do, by the way. They notice when you're like that. They notice the energy around you. So if your energy is good, you don't realize that people notice that. Doesn't mean that you're going to get every result you want from them. Oh, they're going to give me money, they're going to give me all these opportunities, they're going to like me, blah, blah. No. That's not what that means. It just means they're going to realize the light you have. People who don't like light, they like darkness, they realize light and they literally run away. So, it doesn't matter. But the people who do recognize your light will come towards your light, and that's because they love light. Those who love darkness are only going to come towards you when you're in darkness. Or they're going to go away from you when you're in darkness because they don't really care anyway. Because they're already in darkness, why do you think they care? Or why would you think they would care? But the key is, when you're in light, they come running. Light is hard to avoid. It just kind of shines and you just feel drawn to it. That's why you feel drawn to God. Because he's a light. He is light. So of course you're going to feel drawn. And the reason you feel drawn away is because darkness is also tempting. So whether you feel drawn to light or drawn to darkness, they're for different reasons. But don't confuse them. They are for different reasons. And those drawn to darkness aren't going to be drawn to you if you're in light, and that's a good thing. You don't want them to be drawn to you if they're drawn to darkness. So keep being light. Be someone who, here's some examples of being a light. I'll give some examples of why I believe in this. They with grass art of being light. Showing respect to people and being calm with them. Not raging at them. Right? That's an idea. You don't want to be raging. Have an energy of just confidence about you. That's important. Talk and be authentic with yourself about your struggles, about what you believe is wrong and right, what you think and feel. That's good. That's light. Show integrity. Do what you say you're going to do. Or at least try. Sometimes you say, oh, I'm going to do this thing in this amount of time. Sometimes you do it in a little less. But did you try? Yes. That was a thing that you tried to do. Sure, you're not going to always do everything you say you're going to do. You can say, I'm going to go win this prize, and you don't. Right? But if that's the case, try promising less. That's the thing. You promise less. That's going to be good because you can't control the outcome. You can only control what you do. But there's so many things there, showing people that respect, showing people that care, not hating people no matter what they do. All this different stuff. You're going to realize in your actions that just how you see things, because you don't care about what they think, like that's a sign of light. When you don't care too much about what they think, that's a sign of light. That means you're confident in yourself enough to be like, I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. You're gonna messed up. Like that's legit a sign of light. It is. So keep that in mind. Either way, I'm out of here. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, it's not smash like, that's more like, smash the like button. Yeah, you already know. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and it's getting quieter, so I'm gonna go ahead and get back. Go ahead and get back. And if you want more videos from me, let me know. I mean, actually, I'm gonna make them whenever I want to, so don't let me know anything. Say what you want to say in the comments. Walk with me. Forgot to say it, but walk with me. I should have said in the beginning. Walk with me. You're supposed to watch these while walking with me. That's the idea. You don't have to. You can watch them and do anything else, but the idea is that you watch it while walking with me. You can even sit with me. That's cool. Sometimes I sit down. That's why I announce that I'm sitting. So you can sit down with me. We can just keep walking. It doesn't matter. But hope you enjoyed. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I guess. But I have my other channel. That's the one I'm trying to grow, so that's more important. But either way, hope you enjoyed. And with that being said, I'll see you when I see you. If I see you. And peace, my friend.